Last minute, we had decided to change our previous plans of returning to Bern, which we felt like we had seen most of on the day before, and instead venture further out into the countryside and visit a village named Emmental. Here we would experience our first Schaukaserei, enjoy the iconic rolling landscapes of the region, and taste the most delicious fresh-baked bread in the history of almost ever. We woke up to a beautiful morning in the Swiss countryside. A traditional breakfast of muesli, yogurt, rolled oats, nuts, seeds, and fruit greeted us. It has since become a favorite breakfast choice back home in the States.
Has flax. Mine has walnuts. We both have sunflower seeds, peaches, yogurt. Here's oats. Here's my coffee. Here's orange juice. Grapes if we want them. And this is the Swiss Alps. 3 of the most famous mountains. I only can say one, Jungfrau.
We were thinking about going to the cheese tour and then coming back through Solothurn and maybe stopping off at what's that place called?
From our temporary Swiss home to Emmental, it took us about 30 minutes. We missed our first train but caught a second one quickly thereafter. The Schaukaserei is a cheese show that takes you through an interesting series of rooms and tells the story of the Emmentaler cheese. It was quite the experience. Following the automatic light and sound cues, we finally ended up on the other side of the tour, where we got to see the storage rooms where Emmentaler cheese ages to perfection. The cheese samples themselves were pretty tasty and probably the best part of the tour. After the tour, you take an elevator up to a landing where you can watch the cheese-making process down below. This landing also offered a nice glimpse of the countryside that stretched out to the village close by. You could also purchase fresh yogurts, cheeses, and various other food items here as well. We chose a couple of varieties of cheese as well as 2 yogurts for a noontime food tasting session outdoors. Close to our picnic spot, we also refilled our water bottles out of the crystal clear fountains. This would be the first of several times we would conveniently be able to take advantage of the abundant supply of pure water from a local fountain while in Switzerland. The gardens there in Emmental were very bright and colorful and sat amidst a lovely Swiss village backdrop. There were many different varieties of plants and flowers in varying shades of pink, orange, and yellow. We tried to see as many different flowers as the garden proffered. Before preparing to take our leave and head off to our next destination, we popped into one of the Swiss houses there on the property. Here we watched a part of the Schaukaserei or Stokely cheese making process. We also saw the traditional lineup of cowbells, and yes, almost all the cows have bells in Switzerland. To our dismay, we discovered that we had just missed the bus when we returned to the bus station. So the plan was rearranged and we walked around trying to find more to do while we waited. It turned out rather well this way, actually. While waiting for our bus, we got to stroll down one of the roads, catch whiffs of a wonderful smelling fresh-baked pie, peruse the local bakery, and have a second taste testing session with the most delicious butter bread, known in Switzerland as Butterzopf. Rather than explore Solothurn, we decided to return to our temporary home village. There we were privileged to be able to try our first experience with a dinner of raclette, melted cheese atop butter-roasted potatoes alongside other various complimentary foods.
Pineapple just whatever, yes.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they have little sausages, for instance, here.
Okay.
So it's getting too much sometimes. And so that's the way we like it.
Yeah,
And that
okay.
goes along with the raclette.
Okay. Okay. And what is this here?
Little onions.
Oh,
Yeah, grilled onions.
No, we haven't had those in a long time.
We really enjoyed our caper in the Swiss countryside. It gave us a day to slow down, rest, and take in some of Switzerland's culture. This day of rest was well timed too, as the upcoming days would be full to the brim and require lots of energy.